All right, everybody, welcome back to another review here over at Thomas Open, where I am joined by some of my American brothers in beer. In the middle, we have...
Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi. And on, well, Hi. My right, I'm assuming that is your right as well, we have...
Mike.
Hi, Mike. From NerdSense, exactly. So down in the description box below, you guys will find a link to the NerdSense YouTube channel. Go check them out. They got some awesome beer reviews of some awesome beers. Including some shenanigans and fun stuff. And are you guys ever serious during reviews? Not really, right?
No, I don't think we've ever done it. Maybe I think in the first couple, like the first few videos we did, like we tried being serious, and that just
went out the window straight away. So yeah, I think I was the weirdo that came up with the idea, but it could have been one of you guys, because sometimes you, the three of us, we do collaboration reviews, and we came up with.
This was your idea.
This was my idea. Oh, yeah, right. Because this is the first time this beer actually hit distro here in the Netherlands. As far as I'm aware, it's Sierra Nevada's Bigfoot 2021 edition.
Yes.
There we go. But we talked about this right before we started hitting the record button. Mine is actually, if you really want to think about it, a 2020 edition. But it isn't, but it is. Because mine was bottled on December 3rd, 2020, and yours was bottled on?
February 4th, 2021.
There you go.
So like 2 months. So it's...
In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to really make that big of a difference. But
because I guarantee you both of these batches were brewed probably in 2020.
Probably. And since it has to ship over, it takes a little while. Although Mike had an interesting theory.
No, I was just being a goober.
I liked it though.
People are used to that, so.
Yeah. So yeah, go. We need more conspiracy theories on YouTube, especially when it comes to beer. It's always fun. No, it was a good joke though. But would you guys say, because that's my biggest question. I have two questions about this beer. The first one, would you guys say that this is the archetype of the American barley wine?
Yeah.
I would say it's ubiquitous. Yeah. I mean, if I think of an American barley wine, I probably think Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm not specifically asking, by the way, the best one before people are like, oh, really? This is the one I have to, but just like the archetype, like where it all began.
Yeah, I would say so. Like this is what, when you think barley wine in America, you immediately think Bigfoot as like the one that everyone knows. Maybe Dogfish Head coming up close second. But I can't even think of what the Dogfish Head barley wine would be.
It's called 120-minute IPA.
You know what I did? I specifically did that to lead you into that one.
I've actually heard that one. I heard that one before. I'm actually kind of curious about trying that one. I hope it hits distro here as well. But in the last few years, American craft beer has been hitting distribution in Europe like a lot compared to. I was talking to, I think that was before Mike came on. I was talking to Sean about with Sean about this. That we're actually getting pale ale, Sierra Nevada's pale ale in cans in supermarkets these days. So
that beer, I would say that beer, I would say, is like the if someone asks me what a pale ale is, that's what I'm going to tell them. Honestly,
100%. I think it comes down to when you ask what a lot of styles are, and if you're thinking of like an American brewery, Sierra Nevada is always on that top of that list. Like Torpedo double IPA, right? Like
yeah, but these guys have been around for like what?
Since '83, I think.
It says. Yeah, extreme in the 80s and a force of flavor today. Yeah, so they've been around since the 80s. Yeah,
it's a timeless beast of a beer. That doesn't build up suspense at all. Not at all.
Should we open it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of curious, by the way. While we're opening it and pouring it, do you guys have any idea what the hops are in this?
No, I don't.
No. Ooh. We don't do our homework.
For some weird reason, I expected this to pour a lot lighter. I don't know why.
Ooh, that's carved.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that I noticed. I'm going to have to do the old tappa. But for some weird reason, now mine looks a little bit darker on camera, but for some reason, I expected this to pour a little bit lighter than it does. And it pours incredibly clear.
Yeah, I don't think any of us, and usually Mike's the one that looks the most, but I don't think any of us, maybe mine actually looks the most like it does in person.
Mine looks like this in person, honestly.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, like the way Mike's is showing, that's what mine's like.
Yeah, I think
I have some just clean this down. Well, just rinsed it out, not cleaned it. I'm trying to get some light in. Yeah, there you go. You see a little bit of the like that mahogany edges thing going on. Like, this is how I'm gonna light. This is how I'm gonna. This is the angle I'm using for all of my reviews from now on. By the way,
to me, it looks like Sean and I have almost a vaguely blonde head, and yours is white.
No, it's definitely like a bit khaki. Like that.
It looks khaki.
It's a bit khaki. Where's my khaki? Sorry. Anyway. No, it has that. Sorry, I'll turn the logo away so you guys can see the beer better. It looks very white on camera, but that's because my lighting is shit as whatever. But no, this is definitely like that off-white khaki thing going on that you would expect from a beer like this. I think it's just because lately so many of my barley wines have been aged, like either barrel aged or just older. The clarity and the lightness of this is kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's definitely, it's more of like a burnt caramel.
Yeah,
reddish.
That's a good one.
Yep. But it is translucent.
Very. I like the look of it though. It looks pretty. This could almost. I had the funny thing is I had a red IPA not that long ago that looked more like a barley wine than. If from my point of view right now, then this does. This looks like so. It's pretty. It's pretty beer, but I'm kind of. I don't know.
I'm just excited that you're starting to get Sierra Nevada, and this is your first kind of.
This is
It is well. It's your second taste of Sierra Nevada, right? Because the barrel aged narwhal was your first.
Yeah, and I had normal narwhal.
Okay, right.
So yeah, this is going to be my first Bigfoot. I'm curious. Let's see what this beer does in the nose.
Let's do it.
Yeah. That's marmalade to me.
There's a whole load of sweetness.
Definitely.
A little bit of like resin.
Yeah, it smells like 120-minute IPA.
I'm getting like that sort of. You talked about the color, the sort of like the burnt caramel. You get that caramel thing, but I get like marmalade. I get like that orange marmalade.
I can see that.
Pithy, resiny thing going on. I wouldn't be surprised if this has like Cascade in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting Cascade honestly as well. I was gonna literally say it before. I guess you beat me to it. But
yeah, sorry,
I don't know what it is, but something about this smell. It reminds me of like a Christmas beer, but I can't place it.
Oh no, I get exactly what you mean.
Well, Sean, Sierra Nevada's Holiday Ale almost smells like a hoppier version of this.
Yeah, that's actually a good. Oh, you mean Celebration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's just obviously not as big, but yeah.
The moment you said Christmas, my orange went like the moment you said that something like clicked. It's not just so much orange; it's the clementine. It's the clementine tangerine thingy.
Yeah.
It's kind of pithy. You mentioned resiny. It's kind of pithy. I always describe that as that when you peel an orange or whatever, and you want the peel for like a marinade or like a dressing or whatever, you get a little bit of the white from the skin, that kind of bitter, pithy, that kind of thing. I like it though. I like it. It's not bad.
It smells. I like we were saying before we hit record. Like we haven't had this since we did that mystery beer. I don't remember it smelling this like fresh. This what's the word I'm looking for? Elegant? I don't know. Maybe.
Do you remember the vintage of the mystery beer? Sorry, Mike, I interrupted you.
It's probably 2019, I think. 2018. You can go back.
Who said it to us?
Kyle did, I think. Yeah, I think it was Kyle. Okay. Yeah, but no, this really smells awesome, and I haven't had it in a while, so this is going to be a treat.
It's actually funny because when he brought up marmalade, like it's all I can smell here. Like,
and I know, yeah.
And I don't think I've ever gotten marmalade out of the nose, but it's like this smells just like sweet orange marmalade for sure.
It does. And the thing is, I don't even really. The last time I actually ate marmalade was years before I really got into craft beer because it just turned me off. But now that I'm smelling this, I'm kind of craving for like warm buttered toast, and some marmalade on it. Just kind of.
Well, if you get your nose right in there, though, you get a big hit of ethanol. You have to get deep in there.
Yeah. I wanted to say that because this is 9.6% ABV. Right now, for me, this is smelling like it could be 11 and a half.
I always thought this beer was like 11%.
it comes off so much more sharp, big. Yeah. This definitely needs age. I can see where this is like going to be great in 4 or 5 years.
Well, let's find out how good it is now.
Yeah, let's dig in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
That has a huge hoppy, bitter presence there. That is intense.
I was going to say the same thing. More than I remembered ever getting.
Same. I was kind of like my palate was sort of shocked given all like the fruit character that was going on in the nose. I was expecting this kind of that like lovely bouquet to kind of translate to the palate, and then it was just like, damn, hop bitterness.
Yeah, but not the most pleasant of hop bitterness. It's very sharp, very.
It is
harsh almost.
Yeah.
If somebody were to give this to me in a blind tasting, and this is just because I had it twice last weekend, this would, for me, comes across as, again, that was an Imperial Red IPA. It was 8.3%. So that's like a $1.50 off when it comes to ABV. It's pretty close. Mm-hmm. I would have rated this in a blind tasting, like a mystery beer, as a give or take 6 to 8 week old red IPA. Just because of that intense, that intense hoppiness. It's like almost like hop oil.
Yeah.
Like the clingy mouthfeel even, which is, of course, not from any oily, but it has sort of like a clingy film over your tongue right now that keeps doing these little prickling things.
It's actually kind of hard to get past it, like the taste of things.
I'm trying to like let it sit, yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm not finding this pleasant at all.
I'm going to go one step further with that resiny thing going on, that harshness. I'm going to say something. And if I'm going to say this, you guys might not even want to finish the beer.
Go ahead. Fuck it.
It reminds me of bile.
Oh, interesting.
So
you know what I mean?
Oh, like
when 100%
you like
see that.
Like when you get like the bile come up almost.
Yeah. That sort of, you know what I mean? That burning, bitter,
acrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of like, I hate saying this about a beer that is probably going to be fucking amazing in 5 to 10 years. But right now, this is
not great.
No,
not good. Not good.
Would you guys have had fresh Bigfoot before? This is like my first. If you go like a vintage 4 or 5 years ago, but drank it fresh, is this what you remember?
No.
No.
I used to buy Bigfoot a lot when I was living in Hawaii. And I'd never aged beer there. All my beer I bought and drank every time. That's it. But I like in Bigfoot, like when people would come to my room, even if they weren't like, craft beer drinkers, I was like, hey, here's a beer. And no one ever complained that it was like fucked up or like, oh, this is so harsh and bitter, It was sweet and malty.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on that because if you do still get a malt base here, and there is definitely a sweet caramel malt base in here. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Could it be that they just had like a bad batch of hops, like hop pellets, or just over hopped it, that they wanted to tweak the recipe or whatever, or because this is just weird.
I think this is fresh Bigfoot being fresh Bigfoot. Like,
yeah, but this is fresh 2021 Bigfoot, not like 2013 Bigfoot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm trying to see if I can find the mystery beer that we did just to see if we can get a date on it, but that doesn't really matter. But either way, like, yeah, this isn't. Yeah,
I'm not gonna finish the glass. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no. That's 9.6% on at 12 o'clock on a Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's funny because while we're recording this it's just past 6 p.m. for me. It's just past basically this is your lunch. I might see if I can power through here because after we finish this, I'm going to go start dinner, and I'm kind of curious what happens if this gets time to breathe a little bit. Maybe see if something after an hour or so, if the oxidation in the glass maybe does a few things here and there. I don't know. I doubt it, but I'm just curious because I can always drain pour it when I want.
Oh yeah, my
But
plan was to cap it, but I don't know.
I get that. This just, there's nothing in here right now that to me says barley wine, except maybe that base malty caramel sweetness that's still in there.
As it warms, there is more kind of like sweetness, but then that bitterness just kills it.
Yeah, it's very accurate. It's very harsh, chemically kind of a chemical thing. I think you nailed on the head when you said that bile thing, because you can definitely taste it like right here, like when you take the sips.
It's that act again. It's such a nasty description for what could, like, again, for what will probably become. Well, I hope this could become, because I think if you give this some time and that hop presence goes down a little bit, and you still get those lingering hoppy notes. But this is just when you're sick and you threw up a few times, and then that lingering.
Yeah.
Somebody needs a nap. I'm not going to edit that out, by the way, Mike. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Okay, that's cool. But this is just, it's, I'm very cool that with the fact that I got to try this right now. I'm happy that I got to try this and whatever. But I'm going to see if I can do some whale hunting and get some older vintage.
Did you get another bottle of this? Did you get more than one bottle of this?
No, I just got the one because I just wanted to try it first, and I think it's still. I mean, I can check after the review. I can check if this is still available, and I might just see, because I think this was. Oh, this is just, by the way, interesting. I am going to look it up very quickly, because people who are watching, how much does this cost for you guys?
My bottle was, because I got another bottle. It was like $2.25.
$2.
Wait, but I gave you this bottle.
No, I grabbed another one recently.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I got mine in North Carolina. I don't remember how much it was. Probably different than up here.
I'll look up the price. I just quickly checked the where I bought it. They don't have it anymore. I think I paid like €4 for this. So considering the fact that I have to ship it and everything, €4 for a 9.6% imported barley wine, ish, isn't bad in terms of price. So I kind of want to get a second one and see if I can age it for a while. Give this like, I don't know, have Kyle teach me his ways of the waxing and put it away for a little bit.
Teach me your ways.
Teach me your ways. But no, I don't know. It's
Remember that thing I said earlier about which beer we should review?
You were right. Yeah, but you drank it already.
I have another one.
You have another one. We'll do it next weekend or tomorrow maybe, or whatever. And maybe tomorrow we can film it at a different time. You guys are actually on point here, because you're filming and reviewing this at the time where your palate is at its best. Shit, I just noticed what's behind Sean. Ecto 1.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait, this side.
There's also a Sean doll behind Sean.
And there's also a 1966 Batmobile there.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. Just had to point that out before, because there's probably like people watching and going like, and he never even know. There we go. I noticed it. Now this is an interesting beer, but it's not. I don't know. I have trouble quantifying this as a barley wine.
I think an American barley wine is supposed to be more hoppy, so
sure, but
not like
this hoppy.
Yeah, it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to kind of mellow. Like, I'm sure there are some people that will enjoy this type of beer, but for me, it definitely needs probably at least a year or so.
I'm just secretly hoping that Sierra Nevada is watching this and basically thinking, okay, but next year we're releasing a red IPA and they're going to change two things, fucking all.
they magically like, hey, we're coming out with a new red IPA. It's 9.6%.
And in honor of this review, they should probably just name it an Imperial Dutch red IPA.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some, swing and miss, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a good review out of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this was definitely fun, and the three of us like pretty much in agreement. So that's That says something.
That's also something. And I also just noticed the face that Mike pulled when he took another sip and swallowed it. That was a very, very unpleasant face. So there's probably people skipping back like 10 seconds right now. I just completely froze.
Yeah, you did. Oh, you're back. Nope, you're not back.
Yeah, am I back?
Okay, you're back now. You're back.
That was probably just StreamYard and my connection or whatever. Yeah. No. So anyway, fun fact for everybody who's still watching. We're 21 minutes in. Go subscribe to the NerdSense channel and keep an eye out for their channel, because you guys are doing a vertical for this beer, the Bigfoot. But yes. Which vintages again?
Mike picked up. I remember now. Mike picked up a 2017 through 2020 vertical at his local beer store, and then I had a 2016 in the cellar. So it's going to be a 5-year Bigfoot vertical, which we're going to be doing relatively soon. Now that we have this fresh in our minds.
And I'm mostly curious, oddly enough, about the 2020.
I really want to see what. Yeah.
If you guys are going to pick up a lot of this. So that was it for this review of a Bigfoot 2021 vintage American-style barley wine. It might be the archetype, but definitely not the best American barley wine you can pick up right now.
No, there's definitely plenty more breweries that are brewing better barley wines.
And that's it for this review. So thank you guys for joining. Again, everybody, make sure to, in the subscription box below, I will drop a link to the NerdSense channel so you guys can go over and subscribe there. Please do follow their reviews. They are always loads of fun, especially when they're in live streams. Always good. Check out all of my social media. Check out a link to the Dutch Beer Collective and a link to mysterybeer.nl, where you can find all the mystery beers done by the Dutch Beer Collective, and see all of you guys in another review soon. And cheers.
Cheers, everyone.